In today's video, we are going to explore excellent Dale Carnegie quotes to inspire, motivate, and empower you to be a better person to yourself and others. Let's get started. Act enthusiastic and you will be enthusiastic. Action breeds confidence and courage. Action seems to follow feeling, but really action and feeling go together, and by regulating the action, which is under the more direct control of the will, we can indirectly regulate the feeling, which is not. Actions speak louder than words, and a smile says, "I like you. You make me happy. I am glad to see you." All men have fears, but the brave put down their fears and go forward, sometimes to death, but always to victory. An hour of planning can save you 10 hours of doing. Any fool can criticize, complain, and condemn, and most fools do. But it takes character and self-control to be understanding and forgiving. Are you bored with life? Then throw yourself into some work you believe in with all your heart, live for it, die for it, and you will find the happiness that you had thought could never be yours. Arouse in the other person an eager want. He who can do this has the whole world with him. He who cannot walks a lonely way. Be concerned with your character than with your reputation, for your character is what you are, while your reputation is merely what others think you are. Be sympathetic with the other person's ideas and desires. Big shots are only little shots who kept on shooting. By fighting, you never get enough, but by yielding, you get more than you expected. Criticism is dangerous, because it wounds a person's precious pride, hurts his sense of importance, and arouses resentment. Criticism is like a carrier pigeon, it always returns where it started from. Develop success from failures. Discouragement and failure are two of the surest stepping stones to success. Do the hard jobs first. The easy jobs will take care of themselves. Don't be afraid of enemies who attack you. Be afraid of the friends who flatter you. Each nation feels superior to other nations. That breeds patriotism and wars. Even God doesn't propose to judge a man till his last days, why should you and I? Every day is a new life to a wise man. Every man I meet is my superior in some way. In that, I learn of him. Fear is the result of a lack of confidence. A lack of confidence is the result of not knowing what you can do. A lack of knowing what you can do is caused by a lack of experience. A lack of experience is caused by a lack of doing something new. Fear not those who argue, but those who dodge. Feeling sorry for yourself and your present condition is not only a waste of energy but the worst habit you could possibly have. First ask yourself, what is the worst that can happen? Then prepare to accept it. Then proceed to improve on the worst. Flaming enthusiasm, backed up by horse sense and persistence, is the quality that most frequently makes for success. For better or worse, you must play your own instrument in the orchestra of life. Happiness doesn't depend on any external conditions, it is governed by our mental attitude. Happiness doesn't depend on outward conditions. It depends on inner conditions. I have come to the conclusion that there is only one way under high heaven to get the best of an argument, and that is to avoid it. Avoid it as you would avoid rattlesnakes and earthquakes. If only the people who worry about their liabilities would think about the riches they do possess, they would stop worrying. If you are not in the process of becoming the person you want to be, you are automatically engaged in becoming the person you don't want to be. If you believe in what you are doing, then let nothing hold you up in your work. Much of the best work of the world has been done against seeming impossibilities. The thing is to get the work done. If you can't sleep, then get up and do something instead of lying there and worrying. It's the worry that gets you, not the loss of sleep. If you want to conquer fear, don't sit home and think about it. Go out and get busy. If you want to gather honey, don't kick over the beehive. If you want to keep happiness, you have to share it. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. Instead of condemning people, let's try to understand them. Let's try to figure out why they do what they do. That's a lot more profitable and intriguing than criticism, and it breeds sympathy, tolerance, and kindness. To know all is to forgive all. Instead of worrying about what people say of you, why not spend time trying to accomplish something they will admire? It is the way we react to circumstances that determines our feelings. It isn't what you have, or who you are, or where you are, or what you are doing that makes you happy or unhappy. It is what you think about. Keep busy. It's the cheapest kind of medicine there is. Knowledge isn't power until it is applied. Many people think that if they were only in some other place, or had some other job, they would be happy. Well, that is doubtful. So get as much happiness out of what you are doing as you can and don't put off being happy until some future date. Most of the important things in the world have been accomplished by people who have kept on trying when there seemed to be no hope at all. Most of us have far more courage than we ever dreamed we possessed. Names are the sweetest, most important sound in any language. One of the most tragic things I know about human nature is that we all tend to put life aside. We are all dreaming of the magical rose garden beyond the horizon, instead of enjoying the roses that are blooming outside our windows today. One reason why birds and horses are not unhappy is because they are not trying to impress other birds and horses. Only knowledge that is used sticks in your mind. Only the prepared speaker deserves to be confident. Our fatigue is often caused not by work, but by worry, frustration, and resentment. Our main business is not to see what lies dimly at a distance, but to do what lies clearly at hand. Our thoughts make us what we are. People like people who help them like themselves. People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing. Remember that a person's name is to that person the sweetest and most important sound in any language. Remember that other people may be totally wrong. But they don't think so. Remember, happiness doesn't depend on who you are or what you have, it depends solely upon what you think. Remember, today is the tomorrow you worried about yesterday. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. Take a chance. All life is a chance. The man who goes farthest is generally the one who is willing to do and dare. Tell the audience what you're going to say it, then tell them what you've said. The best possible way to prepare for tomorrow is to concentrate with all your intelligence, all your enthusiasm, on doing today's work superbly today. That is the only possible way you can prepare for the future. The difference between appreciation and flattery? That is simple. One is sincere and the other insincere. One comes from the heart out, the other from the teeth out. One is unselfish, the other selfish. One is universally admired, the other universally condemned. The essence of all art is to have pleasure in giving pleasure. The only way on earth to influence the other fellow is to talk about what he wants and show him how to get it. The person who seeks all their applause from outside has their happiness in another's keeping. The successful man will profit from his mistakes and try again in a different way. There are always 3 speeches for every one you actually gave. The one you practiced, the one you gave, and the one you wish you gave. A man without a smiling face must not open a shop. Act as if you were already happy, and that will tend to make you happy. There are 4 ways, and only 4 ways, in which we have contact with the world. We are evaluated and classified by these 4 contacts: what we do, how we look, what we say, and how we say it. There is only one way to get anybody to do anything. And that is by making the other person want to do it. Those convinced against their will are of the same opinion still. 3/4 of the people you will meet tomorrow are hungering and thirsting for sympathy. Give it to them and they will love you. To be interesting, be interested. Today is life, the only life you are sure of. Make the most of today. Get interested in something. Shake yourself awake. Develop a hobby. Let the winds of enthusiasm sweep through you. Today is our most precious possession. It is our only sure possession. Try honestly to see things from the other person's point of view. When dealing with people, remember you are not dealing with creatures of logic, but with creatures bristling with prejudice and motivated by pride and vanity. When fate hands you a lemon, make lemonade. When we hate our enemies, we are giving them power over us, power over our sleep, our appetites, our blood pressure, our health, and our happiness. Why talk about what we want? That is childish. Absurd. Of course you are interested in what you want. You are eternally interested in it. But no one else is. The rest of us are just like you, we are interested in what we want. Winning friends begins with friendliness. You can close more business in 2 months by becoming interested in other people than you can in 2 years by trying to get people interested in you. You can conquer almost any fear if you will only make up your mind to do so. For remember, fear doesn't exist anywhere except in the mind. You can measure the size of a person by what makes him or her angry. You can sing only what you are. You can paint only what you are. You must be what your experiences, your environment, and your heredity have made you. For better or for worse, you must play your own little instrument in the orchestra of life. You can't win an argument. You can't, because if you lose it, and if you win it, you lose it. You have it easily in your power to increase the sum total of this world's happiness now. How? By giving a few words of sincere appreciation to someone who is lonely or is discouraged. Perhaps you will forget tomorrow the kind words you say today, but the recipient may cherish them over a lifetime. You never achieve success unless you like what you are doing. Your purpose is to make your audience see what you saw, hear what you heard, feel what you felt. Relevant detail, couched in concrete, colorful language, is the best way to recreate the incident as it happened and to picture it for the audience. Please let us know your favorite quotes from these excellent Dale Carnegie quotes to inspire, motivate, and empower you to be a better person in the comments section. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.